Greetings, Divine Radiance. How are you today? Welcome to Wednesday Live and Power Hour with me, Nahkila Isha of AshworthScott Life Sculpting. I'm a divine interpreter, psychic life coach, and mentor, assisting you with activating the divinity and wisdom within your soul so that you are empowered to create and live an abundant life. And you know, as that was coming through, Spirit was saying, and you're empowered to know truth, create truth, feel truth, see truth. So there you have it. How are you guys doing today? So good morning, Mimi. Good afternoon, Anitra. Mimi, I know you were first on. And let's see. Hi, Rio. How are you? How are you? Awesome, awesome. So what I'd like you all to do, if you haven't shared the video yet, go ahead and take the link and go to your social media, share it, invite them to join. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and get into Mimi's reading first. So for those of you that are joining us for the first time, we do this Wednesday Live and Power Hour every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Time, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The first person on gets a card pull and a mini read, and then we do a free message for the collective. And then there are $20 per question mini reads available at the end. You can also select a general. There's no limit to the number of questions you can ask. They're just $20 per question, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with Mimi. What deck would you like me to use for Mimi? Okay. Well, see, I just said a card. Did this happen last week too? I know it happened before, but I said a card because typically it's one card, but Spirit just said use this abundance deck and this beautiful deck that Anitra gifted me. It's one of my favorites. So let's see. What is Mimi's message today, Spirit? Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Hey, Diamond. Hey, Tia Lynn. Is it both of you or is it one of you? What messages for Mimi, Spirit? Cards are, do you guys see how they're shuffling today? Like, take that one. Okay. Like super wonky. Okay. Spirit said we're not reading it in reverse. All right, all right. Hi, Fancy. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Awesome. Hey, Taylor. I always do that. You guys like get super loud, like Taylor's in a separate room. See this bracelet here, you guys? Taylor made this and she infused it with energy for me. Such a cute, loving little light worker. So Mimi, your card says, you know, possessing fabulous wealth creates a lot of responsibilities, enormous responsibilities, huge, something to think about. Really, like for 5 minutes a day in a dark and quiet room, see yourself being really, really responsible with fabulous wealth. I think you're up to it, the universe. So, and let me show you the picture here. What I'm being told to tell you, Mimi, regarding this card is to go outside, you know, sit in the sun and just go into meditation and allow yourself to visualize yourself in a wealthy state. I'm hearing a wealthy state of mind and a wealthy state in the physical realm. And then allow yourself to just see, what are you going to do with that? You know, how are you going to serve yourself? Or how are you going to serve your family? Or how are you going to serve in your purpose, right? Your calling. What would you do when you reach that point of experiencing wealth, whatever that means to you? So Spirit is telling you to begin taking isolated time, preferably in nature, right? But of course, indoors is okay. And really just give yourself the time and space to begin visualizing what you're choosing for your future. Now, you also have honestly assess. So as this card is coming through, what Spirit is saying is, and this picture reminds me of what was coming through for what you're being called to do. But what Spirit is saying, it's time for you to honestly assess your view on money, right? How do you view money? It's also coming through your view on love. And what you're being called to do is dissect how you are creating blocks in your life based on your beliefs, right? And also what Spirit is saying is it's time for you to evaluate what you're being called to heal so that you can get over these humps or these blocks that are keeping you from receiving the things that you desire and deserve, both in the love department and in the financial department. Now, as I'm giving you this message, I'm receiving like the frequency is shifting all up in my ear. And so what Spirit is telling you, it's time for you to really listen to the messages that you're receiving, take heed and take action based on those messages. To do so fearlessly, release fear, or if you feel fear, to push through anyway. Okay. So that is your message today, Mimi. Thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. Let me know how that resonated. And we're going to go ahead and get into our breathing. Hi, Key Love. Welcome, welcome. Key Love says wholeness and balance all. So grateful to be here. Needed to hear this. Well, cancel, delete, needed. Because when you say need, your unconscious mind sends this vibration. You're sending this vibration to the universe, and the universe will respond, giving you more need. It just served your highest good. So I'm glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Mimi said, I understand totally. Spirit is on point, and I'm open to receive. And so it is. And so it is. Hey, my beautiful cousin, Danielle. Danielle said, hey, beautiful, I'm going to have to catch the replay. I'm at work right now. Love you. I love you too. I love you too. Anitra said, hello, everyone. Welcome to today. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Mom. Fancy said, good morning, all. My mom said, good morning, everyone. Cheryl says she's doing good. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with the breathing. Let's do it. I'm excited. I had a great workout this morning, sat in the sauna for like an hour and 15 minutes, and I feel really calm today, peaceful, and energized at the same time, if that makes sense. So anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to inhale love and light, slow and deep through our nose, as slow and deep as possible where it still feels comfortable. And then what I'd like you to do is exhale out through your mouth, releasing all that's no longer serving you. And if you're focusing on something specific that you're choosing to release, then you can focus on that with your exhale. So one of the things you can do as you're inhaling is start at your toes and bring your breath all the way up your body, making sure to focus on each chakra, right, until you reach your crown, and then just exhale it out in the same way, going back down, hitting all your chakras, down your legs, down to your feet, and out your toes, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. While you're breathing, I'll be sending you Reiki. The energy is very intelligent, so it will travel wherever your body, your soul, your mind, your spirit calls for it to travel to. But I'll be specifically sending it to your heart and your solar plexus chakras, okay? So let's go ahead and inhale slow and deep, love and light. And then exhale, releasing all that's no longer serving you out through your mouth. And as you continue to breathe in love and light through your nose, and continue to exhale all that's not serving you through your mouth, I call on highest light guides, angels, ancestors, healers, teachers, wise ones, ascended masters, and helpful companions, all of highest light and love. I call on you now, and I thank you for filling this space. I thank you for using me as a vessel to deliver a message that is rooted in highest light, love, and truth. I thank you for opening the minds, the hearts, and the spirits of those I'm called to serve today, so that they may receive whatever serves their highest good to receive. I thank you, and so it is. So just go ahead and continue with your inhale and exhale, breathing in love and light and releasing all that's no longer serving you. As you continue to breathe, I'd like you to bring your focus to your crown chakra located at the top of your head. And just give your crown chakra permission to open. Open your crown chakra now. And just allow yourself to feel warm golden light from your highest source of power pouring in through your crown. Feeling peace and secure as that energy pours into your crown and travels down to your third eye. Trusting in the guidance you receive, allow that energy to flow down to your ear chakras. Allowing yourself to receive love and to give love unconditionally. Feel that energy traveling down to your heart chakra. And just continue to breathe in love and light as you feel that energy traveling down to your solar plexus. Feeling more empowered with every breath. Feel that energy traveling down to your sacral, down to your root, down your thighs and in your knees. Feeling it in your calves and your ankles. And feeling that loving divine energy in your feet And just notice as the soles of your feet begin to tingle. Allow your feet to grow roots and allow those roots to penetrate whatever surface your feet are resting on. Feeling those roots as they travel down, penetrating Mother Earth, traveling down to her core. And just take a moment to send Mother Earth love, healing, and gratitude. And then allow yourself to connect with the heartbeat of Mother Earth, bringing her loving divine energy through those roots, feeling her energy travel up through the soles of your feet, feeling it in your ankles, your calves, your knees, feeling it in your root chakra, your sacral, your solar plexus. Feel it as it travels up to your heart and your throat, your ear chakras, your third eye, and up and out your crown. And just allow the divine energy of Mother Earth to combine with the divine energy of your highest source of love and light. And then bring that energy back down through your crown, feeling it traveling throughout your entire body, throughout your entire cellular being. Setting the intention with every inhale, you'll continue to breathe in love and light. And with every exhale, you'll continue to release all that is no longer serving you. May this healing continue throughout the rest of your day, and so it is. So when you're ready, just go ahead and open your eyes and let me know how you're feeling and how you feel after doing that quick grounding exercise. I just got done eating kale and quinoa, black beans, and salad. So that burp made its way on out. So let's see what you all are saying. Hey, Phyllis, you are not late. You are right on time. Hey, Pat. You know what's so funny is that some of your messages don't come in when I first look at the messages, like they come in later, but then you'll be above someone else whose message did appear. That's weird. Fancy said, I feel empowered and filled with confidence and energy. Thank you. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. So let's go ahead and get into the message. If you guys feel any better now than you did before we did that exercise, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. And if you're joining us over on Facebook, come on and join us on YouTube. Come on over. Join the party over here. Take that one. Ooh, look at that. Take the top. And the bottom. Ooh, I'm loving these cards, you guys. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Nell, how are you? Anitra said, I feel relaxed. Thank you. You are so welcome. I'm so glad. Awesome. Keela said, I understand. Awesome. Take both. Okay, we're going to take both. All right. And okay, Spirit said to stop here for now. So let's go ahead. Oh, awesome. Pat said, feeling so peaceful after grounding. Great. I'm so glad. So look, you guys, we have come back to center. Come back to center. What I'm receiving is it's time for you to really begin controlling your energy. First, I heard it's time for you to stop allowing your energy to control you. And then I heard outside energy. It's time to stop allowing outside energy to control you. The way that you can be in control of your energy is by doing exercises like the one we just did, right? You know, when we take that time out to just breathe and allowing our sacred breaths to hit every one of our chakras, you know, setting the intention that we're releasing what's not serving us, right? And replacing what we release with that love and light. It's allowing us to be more grounded in peace, right? More grounded and rooted in our truth, right? Also, what I'm receiving is it's really important that we're not just focusing on grounding, but we're also focusing on our solar plexus. And this is coming through for us as a whole, right? The solar plexus right now is a little out of whack. And that's only because I'm hearing the word fighting against forces that are unseen, very strong forces that are unseen. And so what's coming through with that, what Spirit is saying is the reason why these forces that are unseen are so strong is because so many people are still asleep to the truth, right? So when you're not choosing to be in your power, or you're not choosing to be in your light, then you're naturally falling, I'm hearing, under the spell. Okay, slow it down. Under the spell of deception, under the spell of deceit, under the spell of fear, under the spell of propaganda, under the spell of not knowing who you are. So what's happening is there are a lot of light workers that are still asleep, right? That haven't awakened to who they are. And so what Spirit is saying is, it's time for us to be empowering ourselves, because that energy is draining us, right? It's draining us, because here we are standing in our light, standing in our power, choosing to do our inner work, and then sharing what we're learning, what we're doing, what we're creating with the rest of the world. And what Spirit is saying is, it becomes very draining. So it's time for you to make sure you're powering up your power center, right? And it's literally coming through. Like, I don't know if you guys have sons that were into like, what is it, Dragon Ball Z? But you know, when they go, Kame, ha, you know, you guys know what that is. Okay, well, anyways, that's how it's coming through, like powering up, right? So Spirit is telling you it's also important that you stay powered up, because those that are still asleep, they're waiting for you to deliver your message. You have a purpose and a calling, and your message is for whom it's for. So I can be delivering messages all day long, but the person that you are called to help, remember, my message will go on deaf ears. So Spirit is saying it's time for you to be in your power fully, releasing fear and understanding that fear is an illusion that becomes real because of your belief. It's time for you to really stand firm, evaluate yourself without judging yourself, and then dissect why you aren't allowing yourself to be fully and all in, right? All in. Is there anything else with this card? I like when they go no, and then just tell them. What I'm being told to tell you is that your guides are here supporting you. They're protecting you. They're helping to recharge you. But what they're telling me to tell you is it's time for you to put in that extra effort, go that extra mile, take that extra step. And I'm also being told for some of you, what Spirit is guiding you to do is to do something you've never done before, right? If it feels uncomfortable, but you're getting that nudge from Spirit to take action, do it, right? Because here's the thing, anything new is gonna feel uncomfortable, especially if it's something that you're not used to, right? Now, a lot of us, we're used to chaos. We're used to struggling. We're used to working hard to get blessings, right? So when we're told that we don't have to suffer, we don't have to struggle, and we don't have to work hard to receive our blessings, that feels so foreign that we oftentimes feel like, wait, this is too good to be true. What is this? When is that other shoe gonna drop, right? And Spirit is saying there are no shoes that are going to drop. Just stay focused. Remember who you are. Remember your gifts. Remember your power, and push through anyway. Okay. Let's see what y'all are saying. Hey, Phoenix. Hey, Cheryl said, tell your guys we appreciate them, Nahkila. Oh, Cheryl, you know they can hear you, and I am so grateful. I am so grateful. Hey, Charmaine. Hey, Sandra. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Roz. Welcome. So let's see what you guys are saying over on Facebook. Oh, you know what? Oh, it's like it didn't even. Hey, Diamond, you're over here on Facebook too. Will you please do me a favor as people join us here on Facebook? Will you share the link and redirect them to join us on YouTube? Hi, Chris. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so our next card is trust and surrender. Look at this, you guys. This is coming up like all the time, even when it doesn't come up in the cards, right? Spirit is always delivering this message. And I'm also being told to look up the number 207. So I'm going to look that up now and share that message with you, because Spirit is saying 207 is super random because I don't see that number anywhere, but Spirit said what Spirit said. Okay, let's see. Okay, so 207 resonates with the combined energies of number 2, the influences of number 0, and the attributes of the mystical number 7. Number 2 adds its attributes of balance and harmony, partnerships and relationships, adaptability, diplomacy and cooperation, encouragement, duality, faith, and trust, and serving your divine life purpose. Number 0 relates to developing one's spiritual aspects and relates to eternity, infinity, oneness, wholeness, continuing cycles and flow, and the beginning point. Number 0 amplifies and magnifies the energies of the numbers it appears with, making them more powerful and influential. Number 7 resonates with the universal energies, determination, and persistence of purpose, faith and spirituality, inner strength, and inner wisdom. Spiritual awakening, development, and enlightenment, mysticism, and psychic abilities. So this next part is highlighted. So there's emphasis on this. It says angel number 207 is a message from your angels that the time and effort you have devoted to your spiritual practice, prayers, and affirmations will reap long-term benefit. Keep up the great work. It says angel number 207 is a message that you are on your divine life path. You have worked hard to define your life purpose and have manifested your desired results. Your angels surround and support you and encourage you to listen to your intuition and divine guidance. Angel number 207 tells you to have self-belief and faith in yourself, your intuitive messages, and your inner guidance. You are currently receiving messages to do with your life purpose, and your angels encourage you to follow the guidance and directions accordingly. Trust that you have all required, they say all you need, within you to find success and personal fulfillment. And your angels support and encourage you in your spiritual endeavors. Your angels will nourish your soul with love and joy. Communication with your angels will infuse you with unexplored wisdom and knowledge. And this breaks down to number 9. Number 9 is actually my life path number. So it says also see angel number 27. So if you feel led to look up 27, then by all means do so. So Spirit is really letting us know that we are being guided in a way that puts us in position to answer our calling, right? Now, here's the thing. We are that rainbow bridge between this realm and spirit realm, right? So Spirit is telling you to remember your value and how important you are, because without you, without me, those of us that have said yes and agreed to activate our gifts and remember who we are, these messages cannot reach those that have not agreed to that yet without us, right? So Spirit is telling us to show gratitude for ourselves, give ourselves credit, and also not be so hard on ourselves, right? Oftentimes we have this perfectionism thing going on with us, right? And part of it, what Spirit is saying, part of that stems from trauma, right? Part of it stems from trauma, but then it's a combination of the trauma and also the parts of us that are already perfect, whole, and complete, right? It's like our angelic or our extraterrestrial or, our star seed, our light worker cells before we enter this realm. It's still a part of us, right? So there's like this conflict of, I'm hearing a feeling, a vision of who we are. Whereas in this human realm, although we are perfect, whole, and complete, our lessons stem from what we identify as mistakes or mishaps, right? And what Spirit is saying, because there's a part of us that remembers when we were blemish free, when we were flawless, right? In a different way where we didn't have mishaps or mistakes, right? To learn lessons. We just were vibrating in that frequency, right? Of flawlessness. So there's a part of us that's conflicting between who we are in spirit realm and who we are in physical realm, and then our traumas. So what Spirit is telling you to do is to release that conflict, right? See yourself as perfect, whole, and complete, and understand that what you identify as a mishap or a mistake, in fact, it's a blessing, right? That's teaching you, growing you, and helping you remember exactly who you are. And what I'm being told to tell you is time to wake up. And then I'm hearing, wake up, little Susie, wake up. You got work to do is what's coming through. So in order for you to push yourself further along on your journey, on your path, this is what's required. Trust and surrender, right? Trust and surrender. Now, also what was coming through with that number where Spirit said, you've done the work, right? You have done the work every day that you get up and you show up for self, every day that you get up and you meditate, every day that you take action towards what Spirit is guiding you towards taking action towards. You are manifesting every day. You visualize every day. You show gratitude. You have positive thoughts of what you'd rather have or what you're choosing to have. You are doing the work. And so Spirit is telling you to stop doubting, right? The benefits that you've reaped, right? Stop doubting it. You've put in the work and now it's yours. Spirit is just waiting for you to acknowledge that it's yours, accept that it's yours, and open your arms to receive it, right? So let's see what you all are saying. Okay. Anitra said, it does feel foreign. It does, right? And here's the thing. Start paying attention when Spirit is prompting you to do something outside of your comfort zone, right? Like really pay attention. Remember, we got the message last week to start paying attention to our body and how our body is feeling, right? So literally start paying attention to how you're feeling so that you can identify the difference between a nudge from Spirit, right? And I'm hearing unwarranted fears, right? You'll know the difference whether that unwarranted fear is fear or whether it's a warning, right? So here's the thing. If it's an unwarranted fear, that falls under the nudge from Spirit, right? Or is it a warning? Is Spirit warning you or redirecting you? Start paying attention and set the intention that when you're paying attention, you are going to know. Now, here's the thing, the challenge on your part, right? When you set this intention to know the difference, you will know the difference. But knowing the difference in and of itself isn't enough. The next step is moving courageously through whatever it is that you're feeling if you are receiving that it is a nudge from Spirit and not a redirection, right? Now that's where the challenge comes in. But if you commit to doing it no matter what and you do it, it becomes easier and easier, easier and easier. Next thing you know, you're in total faith, you're being totally led, and life is unfolding in miraculous ways, magical ways that you can't even imagine, right? That you can't even imagine. So let's see. Charmaine said, yes, DBZ. Charmaine said, Nahkila, that's powerful. Wow. Hey, Charmaine. Anitra said, told all of my life to work really hard to achieve my success. Yes. And here's the thing. We've also heard that work smarter, not harder. So working smarter is allowing Spirit to guide you. It's super easy to say, okay, Spirit, ooh, here's what I'm ready to do. I'm ready, reporting for duty. Sign me up, right? Sign me up. I'm open to receive. I'm willing to allow you to lead me and guide me. Surrender, I trust, right? Unwavering faith. I surrender, I trust, right? These are what I'm choosing. These are the things I'm choosing. And this is what I'm willing to do, right? So guide me. This is what I'm willing to do for you. And this is what I'm choosing to receive as a result of that. So guide me. That's super easy. That's the easiest, smartest way to work and achieve success. Because remember, Spirit told us before, it's time for us to release that concept of success. Because if we believe that success is real, then we also believe that failure is real. Right? And there's no such thing. It either is or it isn't, right? It's neither good nor bad. It just is, right? That's it. So Spirit is telling us to be in flow, right? With the natural rhythms of our life, with our life. Be intentional with what we're choosing and then flow with it, right? Flow with it. Spirit just said the only thing that success consists of is feeling good, right? The thing that we have identified as success is not success at all. Do you feel good, right? Do you feel good? Are you alive? Are you breathing, right? Are you reporting for duty? You have reached success by simply being, right? By simply being. So yeah. Oh, Anitra said, all my life I had to fight. Pat said, yes, I keep getting the trust and faith message, even in numbers. Yes. Because when you get to that point, Pat, where you totally surrender and you are totally trusting and operating from that place of pure, unwavering faith, watch how things are going to shift. Watch how they're going to shift. I'm telling you, watch how things are going to shift. Watch. So, Anitra said, angel number 27 is a message from your angels that new information or news of a positive nature is on its way. So listen to your intuition and heed its guidance for your highest good. And so it is. Thank you, Anitra. Pat said, that's powerful. If we don't know spirit is guiding us, protecting us, and providing for us by now, what more will it take? Exactly. Because listen, we've all made it out, right? Whatever it has been, we've made it out, right? For 43 years, I've made it out. No matter what I was experiencing in the moment, no matter how painful it was, no matter how tough it was, no matter how void of light it was, right? I made it out. And so have you. We've all made it out. So what Spirit is telling us is it is always going to be okay. Right? Now, how you get to your okay is up to you. You can struggle and fight, right? Or you can flow. You can flow, right? And trust, right? And what I'm seeing is the struggle and fight. It's like walking through thick mud or walking through quicksand, right? And then literally when Spirit is saying or flow through, right? I'm literally seeing like floating, like, you know, like light as a feather, just floating and easing our way through life. It's totally up to us. Totally up to us. So let's see what you all are saying over on Facebook. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? How are you? Thank you so much, Tia Lynn and Diamond, for sharing the link and inviting everyone to join us over on YouTube. Because if you're over here, I'll see your messages instantly. So thank you, guys. So let's see. Hey, Denise. Denise said, hey, everyone, driving and listening. Do you have the girls and King with you? Hi, Samantha. Welcome. Pat said, thanks, Nahkila. It serves our highest good to be able to discern fear versus spirit leading us. For me, fear feels like intense anxiety. I know it's not spirit. Yes, it does. It serves our highest good to know. And see, that evaluation in and of itself will help us to push through. Because, you know, we've been getting the message to learn ourselves, right? To rediscover who we are as these human beings. Because as we get to know us as human beings, once we know us, not what we've been told, not what we've been given, not what we've seen, not what we've heard, but knowing us, what makes us tick as human beings, we've now peeled back a layer and we're able to connect to our higher selves and then know who we are within our divinity, right? Our divine selves. So Spirit has been telling us to evaluate self because we oftentimes act in habit, and we've received this before. We act out of habit. So, or what's expected. So am I afraid because I'm afraid, or I'm afraid because this normally would make me or the average person afraid, right? Is this me, or is this trauma, or is this what I've been taught, what I've seen, what I've heard, or is this spirit? Right? And when we can understand ourselves, it just makes it so much easier, right? When you know yourself, you begin trusting yourself, right? When you know yourself, you begin trusting yourself. When you don't know yourself, it's very tough to trust yourself. And here's the thing. Oftentimes, it takes us having a certain level of trust in self before we even begin to trust the divine. And I know that feels a little backwards, right? But that's really what it is. Oftentimes, it requires us having a certain level of trust in self in order to even begin trusting the divine, right? So what Spirit is also telling me to tell you, if you are in the midst of your bottom, right? In the midst of your, I don't know why when I say bottom, I think bottom B. I don't even know where that's coming from. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Okay, life has made you its B, right? They're on a whole nother level today, y'all. So anyways, if you are at a point where you have reached your spiritual bottom, your emotional bottom, your physical bottom, right? Spirit is telling you to get excited. Get excited, right? Don't sit there, woe is me, waddling in misery. Get excited, get up and do something about it, right? Because no one can come and save you. You are your own savior. You can listen to me. You can listen to other healers until you are blue in the face. But until you decide enough is enough, you're going to stay right where you are, right? So Spirit is saying, get excited. I've shared with you all, it was me being at my spiritual bottom that made me begin asking the question, why am I here? What is my purpose? What is my purpose, right? I was at the worst level I had ever been. Right? I was desperate for change because literally the only thing that was keeping me from taking my own life was the fact that I had 2 children, right? That was it. That was it. If I didn't have them, I probably wouldn't be here today, right? I wasn't living for me and I was miserable. But the moment I realized that there was more to life than that, and I reached out with the faith that spirit would respond, right? I hadn't fully tapped into my gifts yet. I was just really intuitive at the time. But I had faith that spirit would respond and direct me, right? I knew there was more to life. And now here I am, right? Now, of course, I went through a whole lot of healing before I got here. But that asking that question in the midst of my spiritual bottom is what got me here. So if you're there right now, don't give up hope, right? Don't give up hope. Don't beat yourself down on the woulda, coulda, shouldas. Don't compare your path or where you are with anyone else, right? Know that you are where you are for a reason. And it's in your bottom that you're going to be able to rise even higher, right? The lower your bottom, the higher you rise. And when you make that choice to rise, oh my goodness, life shifts in such incredible ways. And when you start serving, you'll understand all the purpose that was within your pain, right? So, yeah, go ahead and get excited if you're there, And now, even if you're not, Spirit saying, if you're not at your spiritual bottom, you don't got to wait to get there to begin shifting and asking those same questions, right? Now, everybody doesn't have to have a spiritual bottom. Some of us, we're a little bit stubborn. So spirit strips us from everything that we deem as success, right? Everything that we thought was bringing us happiness, right? So we can get down to the bare bones, get naked, and take a look at ourselves. Now, you don't have to experience that. You can choose right now where you are, right? To rise. But if you're in your spiritual bottom, spirit is saying, get excited, get excited. So let's see what y'all are saying. Hey. Let's see. Hey, Dynell, welcome. Denise said, just me coming from the dentist. Awesome. It's time for me to go to this tooth back here is really causing a lot of issues. Pat said, yes, exactly. Knowledge of self is critical to trust ourselves and in spirit. That's good. Yes. And so it is. Charmaine said, yes, like molasses. I feel like I'm moving through thinner air now, still in the unknown, but not fighting. Hey, Shamika, you have been on my mind, on my heart, and in my spirit. I actually tagged you over and activating you to find out where you were and where you've been and what you've been going through. Shamika said, thank you. I heard earlier, I have received all these steps, but I must take action on them. Yes. So here's the thing. You know that knowledge is power. Is it really? Knowledge is power? Maybe a little bit, but knowledge, applied knowledge and action is power, right? I can know all these things, but if I'm not applying it and taking action, then where's the power, right? So spirit is also pointing out how every little thing we have been taught, it's either been rooted in falsehood or it's been rooted in half-truths where we're not fully in our power. We've been believing knowledge is power. So as a result, like my grandmother used to say, we got a whole lot of educated fools walking around, right? My grandmother's words, not mine, and spirit is send and deliver it. But here's the thing, without that applied knowledge and without that action based on spirit guiding us, knowledge in and of itself is not power, right? And speaking of my grandmother, this little shirt, my mom had brought it over and she was like, do you think, Tia Lynn, actually, she was asking me, did I think you would like it? And I was like, that's that shirt I got from Momo. Give that shirt to me. You know, anything that was my grandmother's, I love to wear it and I love to have it, you know, like it just makes me feel close to her. Like when I put this on today, I felt like she was hugging me. So yeah, I used to always buy my grandmother clothes and all sorts of stuff. And so that particular time I got her like a couple of bags of clothes and this was one of them. So yeah, totally off track, right? Totally off track. But with this next card, Spirit is telling me to read from the book. Okay, so we have devote. And let's see. What number is that? 21? 21? Back in the day, my bonus daughter and my youngest son, they used to something on TV where they go 21. So that reminded me of them. It says true devotion means following the flow of love for love's sake. Divine love is the purest, strongest, and most potent substance in the universe. When you direct devotional love towards the divine, infinite love comes right back at you, flooding your energy field and illuminating your heart. When you look at the river that is your life experience, where does love surge, swirl, simmer, and overflow? Perhaps love gathers and radiates around your work, your art, your children, your family, or the natural world. The essence of the divine is love. So, where there is love in your heart, there lies the pathway to God, Goddess, and all that is. Remember, devotion is the simple but profound act of letting go into the energy of love. Surrender and give yourself fully to love. Let it lift you and carry you along like a fallen leaf in a clear, rushing stream. With immaculate care and attention, express love for the divine, just as you dote on your friends and family with tokens and demonstrations of your affection. Freely express your passion for God, Goddess, in any way that feels right to you. Meditation and mindfulness are simple acts of devotion that take little time. Creating an altar, lighting a candle, or engaging in any form of sacred art are also acts of devotion. Everyday activities such as cooking, dancing, or walking in nature can be acts of devotion when you do them with the spirit of offering up your efforts to the divine. Even your workday can be a demonstration of devotion. Simply set the intention at the beginning of each day to offer up your work to all that is and ask for more love and healing in the world. When you consciously infuse your day with devotion, everything changes. It may seem like a small and subtle thing when you consider that it merely involves an inner shift and silent intention, but you'll discover that it is powerful beyond words. Your mood will shift, your mind will become luminous, and your days will consistently be filled with meaning and miracles. Additionally, the surface fluctuations of duality, pleasure and pain, joy and grief, etc., will not upset your inner equilibrium, as you will be securely anchored in the ultimate unifier of unconditional love. Connect with and cultivate the love energy at your heart center by standing comfortably with your feet flat on the floor. Take some deep breaths and become aware of the feeling of love. Feel it emanating out both in front of your chest and behind your back. At your heart center, imagine a gold and white, green, or pink ball of glowing love energy about the size of a grapefruit. Cup your left palm below this ball of energy and your right palm above it. So, that. Continue to breathe consciously as you alternate the positions of your palms above and below. This glowing sphere in a circling motion. As you do so, feel and imagine the sphere of light growing brighter and becoming even more potent and pure. Love does not criticize, judge, or condemn. Love accepts and embraces all exactly as it is. Choosing love is choosing freedom. Plunge into the endlessly replenishing waters of love every day. When you open your heart fully and with wild vulnerability, radiate bliss. Radiant bliss will come rushing in. So, Spirit just gave us some real good pointers, right? So here's what we're called to do. Every day. It doesn't take long, right? Every day, just when you get out of your bed, right? Let it be the first thing. When your feet heat that floor. Is there a reason why you said heat? Okay. When your feet hits the floor, right? Literally just do that exercise. Start with your left and just feel that love, right? Feel it radiating, feel that energy, right? Visualize what it was telling you to visualize in the book, and just allow yourself to just get grounded in that love, setting out that intention, sending more love, unconditional love to the world, right? Sending it to yourself, sending it to your loved ones. If collectively we do this every day, right? Collectively we do this every day. And then if we start sharing with others, hey, I've been led to do this thing I've been doing. Let me tell you about it. And you start doing it too. Let's do this every day and then share with somebody else, pay it forward, right? And the more of us that begin sending that love out to the world, sending that love out to ourselves, sending that love out to our loved ones even, right? The more we create that shift, right? Where we begin combating those forces that Spirit was talking about in the beginning, those strong forces that are actually depleting our solar plexus, right? So, anything else for that? Spirit is saying to show you the picture again. Look at that. That reminds me of it almost feels like the person in the boat is going off to war, right? But look at what's happening when you look at that heart that's in her hand, right? And you see all the way, like from here, like it's in the boat, it's in her hand, and you see all these hearts, right? And what it's showing me is before she even gets to the battle, right? Spirit is already there fighting the battle for her, right? Already there, already there. So what Spirit is telling us is we can minimize some of that fight, right? The way we've been taught to fight. We can minimize some of that and we can fight with the strongest thing there is. That is love, right? That is love. If we fight fire with fire, what are we going to get? More fire, right? If we're fighting fire and we fight it with love, guess what we're doing? We're acting as water to put that fire out, right? If we're fighting water, right? Then we act as dirt. Our love then becomes dirt. And what happens? That dirt buries that water. So when we take a stance in the vibrational frequency of love, whatever it is that we're fighting, we become the stronger force. And that's how we make a difference, right? That's how we make a difference. But in order to love others and to give others to the collective, give love to the collective, what Spirit is saying is we must first love ourselves, right? How can you love yourself more today? How can you love yourself more today? If you feel like sharing, let me know. Put it in the comments. How can you love yourself more today? Just one thing today. And then each day, ask yourself that question. How can I love me more today? Does it mean saying no when I feel no? Does it mean saying yes when I feel yes? Does it mean speaking my truth when others are silent, right? Or when others would prefer that I stay silent? Does it mean eating healthy? Does it mean moving, right? Does it mean treating myself, right? Whatever it is for you, Spirit is telling you, ask yourself each day, how can I love myself more today, right? And then take it a step further. After you ask yourself, then ask Spirit, how can I love myself more today? You can put one hand on your heart chakra, one hand on your solar plexus, right here, for those of you that may not know. And then ask Spirit, how can I love myself more today? And then see how the answers compare, right? And if you really like to take some time for yourself, keep a journal, your self-love journal. And each day, write down what you receive and write down what Spirit receives. And then in a year's time, go back and look at it and see how different your self-love and self-care has evolved, right? And then also pinpoint how your life has shifted just from simply asking yourself and asking Spirit, how can I love myself more today? And then taking action to do it, okay? So let's see what you all are saying. Anitra said, I went to the dentist today and have another appointment tomorrow. I'm thankful for dental care. You know, it's always good to have dental care. Phoenix said, Roz is getting a reading today, but didn't know it until now. Already sent. Awesome. Thank you, Phoenix. Thank you. Anitra said, because I like to chew. Right. Fancy said, applied knowledge, preach. I just had this conversation with a friend recently. Charmaine said, stubborn, and raises her hand. Some of us, we are. Let's see. Stubborn, but coming out of the spiritual bottom and rising like a phoenix. I feel good, and so it is. Diamond said, LOL. Me, or Tia Lynn said, me and Diamond still do that. LOL was from a meme. Do what? I'm slow. Like molasses, like Charmaine said. Dynelle said, how can I love me more today? Adding more movement that brings me joy. Awesome, awesome. Yes, speaking of movement, you guys, you know what? So yesterday I didn't work out, right? I set the intention that I was going to go for a walk with Tia Lynn, Diamond, and Taylor after I was done with, well, actually the intention was when it cooled down, right? So, because I was tired. I had been going to bed at my bedtime. You know, I get in bed literally around 8 something. So then by the time 11:30 hits, I'm shutting everything down. I'm actually going to sleep. So I actually didn't get in bed. When I left my phone in here, it was 1:11. And so it was late, right? I hadn't been going to bed that late in a while. So the next day I was tired, you know, I was tired and really didn't feel like it. So I was like, okay, when it gets cooler, we'll go for a walk. We'll do our session in person this month. And yeah, after working and went to the post office, it was still super hot and I was already feeling tired. I was like, yeah, y'all, I'm not doing it. So I'm saying that to say, part of self-love and self-care is, even though I committed to 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, right? The other thing that Spirit is bringing through is also when we set goals for ourselves or we set intentions for ourselves, it's important that we leave space for flow and for Spirit to intervene, right? So what ended up happening was I said, okay, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. If I do 6 or 7, that's a bonus, right? And what Spirit told me was go Saturday. But here's the thing. It doesn't have to be Monday through Friday as long as you do your 6 days, right? So my self-care was listening to my body and not pushing myself because of a commitment that I had made that, yeah. So anyways, y'all get what I'm saying, right? That was self-love for me. So let's see. My mom said, I love myself today. I love myself more today by knowing I am enough. And so it is. And so it is. Dinelle said, dancing. I am hearing dancing will bring me joy today. Thank you. You are so welcome. Yes, dance. I love it. Anitra said, today I can eat food that's nourishing. And so it is. Ross said, thank you, Phoenix. Love you more than words can say. Diamond said, the way you said 21. Oh, okay. Awesome. Because, yeah, it was like 21. And it was a question before, but I totally forgot what the question was. Okay, so we have isolation, insecurity. Oh, and release. Okay, so. Okay, so first of all, Spirit is telling me to really focus on the insecurity card and to focus on the picture. So look at this card, you guys. Does that not remind you of what we've been taught the devil looks like, right? But then look at where this is going. See that? How it's leading to him. But then also, if you look, it goes from red and it kind of starts to turn yellow, right? And then notice his arms are covering his heart chakra and the heart is right here, right? The heart is right here. So there's a few things that's coming through. One of the things that's coming through as this part of the devil starts to turn yellow, right? And when we look at the yellow light, we automatically associate it with our solar plexus or power, or we associate it with spirit, right? Because sometimes we translate it as golden light. And so what Spirit is telling us is the devil, the energy of the devil is very deceptive, right? Now, we're not receiving that the devil is like this little devilish looking guy or whatever. It's an energy that we possess, right? Heaven and hell is a state of mind. It's something that we create. It's something that we destroy. And what Spirit is saying is the devil will creep in and you will be receiving information that is not true, whether that information is based on what someone taught you to think of or believe about yourself, whether it's pertaining to how you were taught to think of or believe about the world. Also, even your concept of what the devil is in and of itself. Also, what's coming through is these false energetic imprints are blocking you from receiving the love that Spirit was just speaking of. So as you are attempting to shield yourself from that low vibrating energy, it's coming through specifically as pain, specifically as disappointment, as specifically as doubt. What you're doing is you are blocking yourself from receiving divine love, right? You're blocking yourself from receiving divine love. So what Spirit is having me tell you is it's about trust and surrender, right? It's about trust and surrender. That in and of itself is a form of protection, right? Because what are you trusting and surrendering to? You're trusting in Spirit, right? To provide you with any and everything that serves your highest good. And you can even say that. I trust, right? I trust that Spirit. I trust that the divine. I trust that God. I trust that Jesus, whatever your beliefs are, will provide me with any and everything that serves my highest good. I am free to love. I am free to give and receive love, right? And then you can put your arms down. Now, when you do that, there's this shield that goes over you, right? Because it serves your highest good. And then you strengthen that shield and you keep that shield at its optimal. What? That don't make sense. What? I'm going to say it because I say whatever Spirit say, but okay, I guess y'all going to tell me what it means after. You keep that shield at its optimal guidance by daily protecting yourself, right? And we've talked about it, the cleansing and protecting. It's a video in our Tuesday tips and tools. So what is that? Explain it. What would you like me to say about that? Oh, okay, okay. So what they're telling me is the optimal guidance is coming through because you will be guided, right? You'll be guided in ways that protects you, right? So it's coming through like there's times where you can protect every morning, right? But then there'll be a portion in your day where you might receive, hey, take a moment real quick and strengthen that auric field shield real quick, right? And you don't even know why, but you do it anyway. Next thing you know, you're encountering energy vampires, right? Or Spirit may tell you, protect your solar plexus. You may not know why, but you go ahead and put your arms cross them where it's covering your solar plexus. And then next thing you know, someone is dumping on you, right? Dumping as in all of their grief, all of their low vibrating thoughts, right? All of their emotions that are heavy. They're just dumping it on you. And even though we may choose to be there as a listening ear, if we aren't shielding our own power center, guess what we're doing? We're taking on their energy. So Spirit is saying part of that, even with making decisions as it relates to your love or your career, we call it red flags in love, right? That's Spirit guiding you. Or in your career, you may have a position that you're looking into and you may receive like, this position isn't for you, right? Okay. I'm also being told to tell you insecurity is an illusion of the mind, right? It's an illusion of the mind. Why are you insecure? What are you insecure about? If you are the divine having a human experience, what is there to be insecure about? Spirit is saying again, remind you, you're either in your lesson or your blessing phase. So release insecurity and literally dissect what it is that you're insecure about and why, right? And why. Now I'm going to tell you, there's something that I have been dissecting and choosing to release, right? And that is stage speaking, right? I don't like to lecture speak. I like circles. I like, I love talking to y'all like this. And I love when we come together and we're like in a circle and we're having conversation and we're connecting, but getting on a stage with a podium or a mic, that's not comfortable for me, right? But Spirit's been giving me opportunities to do that. So one day, this expo here, I got invited to speak. And at first I'm like, well, I was thinking I'm gonna connect to Spirit and see if it serves my highest good. And Spirit literally laughed at me and said, come on, really? You don't have to go meditate no more like you used to get an answer. You know the answer. What is this about? And then I was like, fear. Why are you afraid? So, instantly I said yes, because if I'm afraid, guess what? I'm doing it. I'm releasing it, right? It's uncomfortable. I don't like it that much. But if I'm being called to do it, guess what? I'm going to do it. And I'm going to shove that fear to the side, right? Because it's an illusion. What is the illusion? It's okay. Why am I afraid? It's not even me up there. I'm just a body. I'm just a vessel. All I got to do is surrender, trust, and Spirit's going to guide me. So in reality, what is there to be uncomfortable about? What is there to be afraid about? Absolutely nothing, right? And so Spirit is telling us there's so many things that we're insecure about. What about our bodies, right? I spent years from the time I hit puberty all the way up until, oh man, probably before my healing, right? Before my healing, I spent just most of my life hating my body, right? Hating my body, thinking I was fat, thinking I was this, thinking I was that, when I wasn't, right? When I wasn't, I thought all these things and I could not look at myself and see my beauty because I was disconnected from my inner beauty. So everything on the outside looked like what I felt on the inside, right? But that's an illusion. If I am the divine having a human experience, then you know how they say, God don't make no mistakes. So I don't care what I got going on. It's beautiful, right? Because God don't make no mistakes, right? So Spirit is just telling you to really dissect what it is you're insecure about and to release it. And also with this isolation card, there's a couple of things coming through. When I see this suit, it reminds me of Javi. But there's a few things coming through. Number one, what Spirit is telling us to do is to make sure we're not isolating out of fear, make sure we're not isolating out of doubt, and make sure we take time to isolate, right? to recharge, reconnect with self and with the divine, and make sure that we're not refusing to isolate because we feel an obligation to others, right? So one of the things that I tell my team, I literally just had this conversation with TLM. I'd like you to know that your mental, spiritual, emotional comes first, right? If we have a project we're working on, yes, business is important. Getting it done is important, but you come first, right? Why am I like that with business? Because I'm like that in my life, right? So if we're working together, I'm going to be like that with you too. So what Spirit is saying is oftentimes we'll feel like I have an obligation, but when your body or your soul is directing you to take a break, do it. Do it, right? Do it. Okay, so let's see what you all are saying. Then we'll get to the release card. Hi, Allie. How are you? How are you? Okay, so this deck, is that the one or this deck? This one is the Chakra Wisdom, the little ones. And then the other one is the Cosmic Dancer. Phoenix said the devil on the card reminds me of a stone. Ross says self-love for me is disciplining myself enough to commit to 1,000 calories a day. And so it is. And so it is. Phoenix said fear and excitement activate the same responses within the brain. So it all comes down to what you're choosing to focus on. Exactly. Yes. Nervousness, excitement, fear, the same emotion, right? It's just how are you going to process it? So look, we have release. And what is coming through with this is your old self must die, right? Your old self must die. And what's coming through is just like I share with you guys that this was my grandmother's, right? And I have good memories having this on, feeling that nostalgia and that love for my grandmother wearing it, right? So I have those memories, right? Those positive memories that help to fuel my soul, right? So although my grandmother has transcended, she's still here with me, right? So when we think in terms of your old self dying, right? The old self the Spirit is calling for you to allow to die and release is the stinking thinking you, the self-sabotage you, the too afraid to move forward you, right? The not taking care of yourself you, right? That part of you must die. The part that you keep, right, are, I'm hearing, how did I love myself better? How did I learn that lesson, right? How did I find purpose? How did I trust, right? Remembering those good memories, right, that propel you forward and letting all the rest die so that you can come into your newfound, I'm hearing, self and sense of being. It's so important. It's vital. It's key. Wait, what? Okay. So now I'm being told to look up 209 and it's 232. You guys, do we look that up too? Okay. So 209 and 232. Let's see what message Spirit got for us. 209 and 232. And then we'll get into our mini readings. Even if you are not getting a mini reading, number 209 and 232. Even if you're not getting a mini reading, I recommend staying on if you're able to, because again, oftentimes the messages or healing techniques that Spirit gives me to give to someone else will resonate with others. And then also in between the mini reads, there are times when Spirit has me pull more cards or deliver more messages for us as a collective. So let's see, 209. What is that message, Spirit? What you got? I'm gonna let it load because when I start reading before it finishes, it jumps and then I lose my place. Okay, so angel number 209 is a compilation of the energies of number 2, the influence of number 0, and the vibrations of number 9. Number 2 adds its energies of diplomacy and cooperation, consideration for others, finding balance and harmony, duality, devotion and selflessness, faith and trust, and your life purpose and soul mission. Number 0 represents the beginning of a spiritual journey and stands for potential and or choice, developing spiritual aspects, eternity and infinity, oneness and wholeness, continuing cycles and flow, and the beginning point. Number 0 powerfully amplifies the energies of the numbers it appears with. Number 9 resonates with leading by positive example, light workers and light working, philanthropy and humanitarianism, problem solving, generosity and benevolence, the universal spiritual laws, karma. And it's so funny, you guys, because the advertisements on the side of this says, take a look at your karmic reading. Karma and the spiritual law of karma. Number 9 also relates to endings and conclusions. Angel number 209 reassures you that your prayers and requests regarding your divine life purpose have been heard. Listen to your intuition and angelic guidance for direction and take positive action. Maintain faith and trust that all will be revealed in divine right time. Angel number 209 also suggests that if you have lost something of late, your angels are indicating that the universe is manifesting something positive for you to take its place. This may also relate to a situation or circumstance that may be coming to an end. A relationship or situation to do with others may be coming to a conclusion. Do not fear endings as they lead to wonderful new beginnings. When you feel hurt by others, move on and progress to your destiny. New people are about to enter your life. Trust that a wonderful new beginning and or direction is indicated for you. Angel number 209 may also be indicating that if you are inclined to pursue a spiritually based practice, career, and or profession of service-based project, now is the most auspicious time to look to your options. It is time to accept and develop your spiritual gifts and use them to benefit yourself and others in a light working capacity. And that breaks down to number 11. So, and then we got 232. So it is, Spirit, and so it is. You guys, I was saying, and so it is, and then I started typing and instead of angel. Okay, so 232. So angel number 232 is a combination of the vibrations of number 2 appearing twice, doubling its attributes and influence and the energies of number 3. Number 2 resonates with faith and trust, diplomacy and cooperation, duality and finding balance, relationships and partnerships, intuition and insight, service and duty, and your divine life purpose and soul mission. Number 3 relates to optimism and joy, inspiration and creativity, self-expression and communication, manifesting and manifestation, imagination and intelligence, energy, growth and expansion, spontaneity, encouragement and assistance, talent and skills. Number 3 is also the number of the ascended masters. Angel number 232 is a message to stay focused on your aspirations, goals, and expectations, and stay centered in your faith and trust. You are working in alignment with the energies of the ascended masters, and they are currently helping and guiding you through your next life steps and actions. Maintain a diplomatic, harmonious, and caring attitude towards others, and you will find that all you require will fall into place for you in divine right time. Angel number 232 is a message from the angels and ascended masters that they are available for guidance and assistance whenever you ask. Call upon them whenever you wish and have faith and trust in yourself and the universal energies as you serve your divine life purpose and soul mission. And that breaks down to number 7. So that's pretty awesome, y'all. We can't make it up. Let's see. Hey, Alatha. Let's see. Anything else you'd like me to? Okay. This is just for you. I mean, it's for us as a collective, Alatha, but I was going to leave these on the table, and then I was like, nope, because Alatha usually asks, what message do you have for us, Spirit, as a collective? What message would you like to deliver through the charms? The key. You hold the key to your destiny. You hold the key to your happiness. You hold the key to your peace. The key. I'm also hearing power of 3. Power of 3. So there's a few things that's coming about that. My grandmother used to say, if you hear it in 3s, trust it, it's the truth, right? That's coming through. And then also, The other thing too is, like when I protect and I say, whatever comes to me that's not of highest light and love, may it return to sender or wherever it's meant to go for cleansing. I say it 3 times and then I end it with, and so it is. So spirit is letting you know, doing things in multiples of 3s, right? Solidifies, packs a punch, adds power, right? So make sure that you are doing that. And so also what I would like to share with you all is a few things, a few announcements, okay? So number 1, we're still enrolling for the Activating You mentorship, both the one-on-one and the group. There's still some openings available. Also, I know a lot of you do your mini reads here live, but if you're interested in a personal reading that's private, where either you can ask a 3-question recorded, you can ask 3 questions, have it recorded and the video sent to you, or you can meet with me, Tia Lynn, or Javi virtually face-to-face for 30 minutes or an hour. Those readings are available too. Also, the other thing that we're still doing those virtual parties where you can gather a group of your friends and we can connect via Zoom where it's live like this. You guys can appear where I can see your faces, your guest faces, or you can opt for just audio, right? And then we can set that up to where you can do readings. I can deliver a message, Tia Lynn can deliver a message, or Javi. And then after we deliver the message, you guys can ask the questions and, do all of that. So it's weird how I'm expressing it because I'm also receiving at the same time. But yeah, we have those virtual parties available too. So if it's something you're interested in, let me know, leave a comment, reach out to me. If you're on Facebook, DM. If you have my email, and let's get you and your friends set up for that because it's really, really fun. Come together virtually. You guys can bring your snacks, right? Your drinks, whatever you feel led to bring. And so with that, with it being a private thing, it's $30 per question for their first original question with a 10-person minimum or, the equivalent in value. And then after that, they can ask more questions for $20 per question. So if it's something that you're interested in, let us know. All right. We'd love to serve you. But that's our message for the collective. Now we're going to get into the mini readings. So, and we still have space available for the Activating You retreat. So if you're interested in that, let me know. So let's see. Anitra said, I sent a reading payment. Awesome. Thank you. So Roz is first and then Anitra is second. Key Love said, yes, I've been saying that I'm releasing weight that doesn't serve me. And I feel like my body is trying to hang on to it with unhealthy cravings. And I gave in and self-sabotage and now I'm cleaning. So here's the thing. First of all, I am so grateful that you said releasing weight, right? Back in the day, I'm losing weight. Well, our unconscious mind registers a loss as something negative. And so it's always seeking to find what we lost, which is why when we lose it, we find it back on our hips, on our gut, on our butt, on our legs, right? So anyways, that's awesome. And also what's coming through is, there are times where you may eat something that is not within your normal realm. And what Spirit is saying is shift the way you're viewing that. So for instance, my son and I, we shared a large fry yesterday, right? That's not how I had been eating, but I felt like eating some fries. I was hungry. We were out. I got some fries, And so at first I was like, shoot, I've been eating so clean. And then I was like, you know what? It's okay though. Because the key is allowing myself to have what I'm craving or desiring and then just go back to what feels good, right? And then the fact that I've been so clean to have that physically, I could tell that my body was like, yeah, we're not going to be requesting this anytime soon, right? So yeah, just shifting. Because oftentimes when we think of how our thoughts create our reality, when we eat certain things and we register it as bad, or it's going to put the weight on, this is what we're manifesting. So here's a little trick I play on myself when I'm eating those things that really don't have much nutritional value, but I'm enjoying it. I'm like, ooh, this is so good and healthy. And all this is just helping me to release more and more, right? It's just a mind thing. And then when we're doing that and allowing ourselves to have it, we don't overdo it because we know if I crave it again, I can have it whenever, So yeah. But that's so awesome. Key Love said it came so naturally to me before. And after 30, it seems to be a constant struggle to stay in balance with my healthiest version of myself. So yeah, see if that helps. See if getting in that mindset that I allow my body to be my intuitive guide. And this came up, I believe it was on an Empower Hour. I don't believe it was one of our sessions. I believe it was an Empower Hour, but it came up for us to allow our bodies to guide us. Also, doing the little test where when we go to the grocery store, how many of you guys did that? Where when you go to the grocery store and you grab something and you hold it like you would when selecting a crystal and allow your body to guide you on what produce to purchase. And then remember, it came through to do it like in the process aisle and just kind of see how your body feels when you're asking the question, does this serve my highest good to eat it? Right. So yeah, start allowing your body to be your guide and just shift how you look at it when you give way or give in to what your body is asking you for. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Oh, thank you. So Anitra said it's for whom would like one today. So Anitra donated a payment for a reading. So the first person on that would like one, there's one that's been paid for by Anitra. Thank you, Anitra. Oops. Did we freeze, you guys? Oh, wait, there we go. Okay. And I just shared the Cashapp link with you all. Okay, so Key Love said, I feel like I can't take a deep breath anymore because of it. So awesome, awesome. Okay, so my mom says she'd like one. And I know that may seem odd, you guys, but my mom doesn't like ask me for free readings. When I get messages, I do give it to her. Mom, we're gonna let somebody else have Anitra's reading, but I appreciate she won't be like, so what's going on? You know? She just won't. So, and I appreciate it because she, you know, I appreciate her for being that way. But Mom, we'll let somebody else have that. I'll donate your reading, Mom. Okay, so Key Love, what I was receiving for you, you know, in regards to that breath, what I like you to do is do that breathing that we did today, where you start at your feet, your toes, and then bring your breath all the way up, and then pay attention to where you feel that your breath gets stuck, right? Because it's not your entire, at least I don't feel it's your entire body. There's a specific chakras where the breath isn't flowing through, right? So that's an indication that those are the chakras to focus on. So do that and really get in touch with where it's blocked. What? Oh, wow. So you guys, I grew up on 1514 Prince Street in Berkeley, California. My mom just said the household today. And she's feeling emotional. It feels like the last of mom and dad. And so, you know, the street that we grew up on, every family that was there when I was a kid is no longer there. And we were the last family, original, that still own their family home. And so my mom and my uncles and aunts, they sold the family home, and it actually sold today. So yeah. Well, yeah, Mom, we'll connect because there's some messages from Momo for you. So okay. So oh, thank you, Alata. Mom Alata says she's paying for your reading. And Diamond is Diamond, are you taking the one that Anitra donated? Is that what you're saying? Thank you. Okay. So Roz, you said a general, right? Okay, so I'm going to connect to Roz's energy now. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. That was fast, you guys. The from the time the house was put on the market to it selling today, that was fast. Okay. Spirit, what message do you have for Roz today? What message do you have for Roz? So, Roz, Spirit asked a question. Spirit said, how have you been doing lately? How have you been taking care of yourself lately? It's time for you to put others' feelings and beliefs to the side and focus on yourself. It's time for you to begin enjoying life and living life to the fullest. Okay, it's really weird. I'm gonna explain it the best way I can. Help me, please, because it's weird. What I was told is you have a ring around your skirt. But what I'm seeing, as they're saying that it's like a hoop skirt, right? And I'm seeing you dancing. Almost reminds me, the more I'm connecting to the vision, it's reminding me of like, what was it? Was it Cinderella or Beauty and the Beast? You know, when it was Cinderella, I believe. But like that ballroom dance type thing. And the skirt has like a metal hoop. So why am I seeing this? I was just told in a past life you were a ballroom dancer. It's time for you to start exploring the world of dance. And then they said doing ballet on your toes, but then that message was coming through like get on your toes, like get on your toes, get on your toes. Be light on your feet. Come into situations quietly. Hold your tongue and observe. During this observation, allow spirit to guide you. Allow you to see individuals for who they truly are. If you engage too deeply, you have a tendency to give the benefit of the doubt. So the red flags often come after the green light has come and gone. And so how that's coming through, it's like you basically will move forward and take action before you even allowed yourself to receive the red flags from spirit, where if you were receiving those, you would put the yellow light or the red light and halt as opposed to moving forward so quickly. You have a very unique gift. You always see the best in people. And this is good to be this way towards humanity. But with each individual soul, you're being called to be guided. Don't lose that gift, but allow yourself to transcend beyond being deceived. I was just told to tell you it's time to pick more flowers and put them in a vase. Now, do you literally mean for her to pick flowers and put them in a vase, or is this metaphoric? So what they just said is what they're telling you is to smell the roses before it's too late. Don't wait to live your life to the fullest. Do it now. Go on that trip. I heard travel and I heard go on that trip. Take that dance class. Also, they're telling me to tell you to take a yoga class. It's time for you to expand your awareness and your horizons. What have you been putting off that you'd really like to do? Make plans to do it. It's time for you to start moving your feet more. And they're saying metaphorically and literally. So they just said driving down the street can be very therapeutic, but so can singing and dancing. So with that, what they're telling me is it's time for you to come out of isolation, but it's time for you to reselect who you are around. Bring in positive energies, positive forces, positive people. Choose nothing but peace, positivity, Prosperity. And that prosperity is coming through as an emotional, mental, spiritual prosperity. It has nothing to do with finances. Don't just go at this alone. Set the intention to shift your surroundings. And in order for you to do that, it starts with shifting you. What you're seeing within, what you're feeling within, and what you're allowing to be felt, right? They said felt without, like coming from you, what you allow others to feel within you. They say you have so many circles around you. So there's a significance with the circle, the shape of a circle. But then as I was processing that, what they were saying is also orbs, right? Orbs. So oftentimes your spirit guides or your ancestors, your spirit team will appear in orb form. It's not just random ghosts. It's actually your spirit team making themselves visually manifested for you to see. Pay attention to pictures and see how many orbs you see in the pictures. Also, what the circle is symbolizing the no beginning, no end, infinity, and spirit is reminding you that you're an infinite being. So really what you're being called to do is really get clear on what it is that you enjoy in life, what it is that you feel like your life has been missing, and allow yourself to engage. I'm hearing engage and indulge in that. And something about chocolate cake is coming through. I heard eat the cake, anime. Was that just a joke or is there a message behind it? They said, no, it's just a joke. It's a joke with him, quoting Ike in the movie. Also, there's some heart chakra healing. But what they're telling me to tell you to do is channel that divine energy and pour it into your solar plexus, and then allow that energy from your solar plexus to go up into your heart, right? And then release what's not serving you from there. So have it start at the solar plexus, come up and release. Okay. I'm being told to pull a card for you. So this is for Roz Spirit. What message do you have for Roz? That one? Okay. Notice the pattern. Notice the pattern. So what I'm being told to tell you is to notice the patterns of your thoughts and your feelings, right? What's going on around you when you feel the most secure? What's going on within you when you feel the most secure? And the same is to be asked for when you feel less secure, when you feel the most courageous, or when you feel more nervous or afraid. Spirit is telling you to evaluate yourself on an internal level and evaluate your surroundings. Also notice the patterns of your relationships with people, how they treat you, how the relationship starts, how it progresses, and for the ones that have ended, how it ends. Really changing how you're viewing when things and people pass. And it's not coming through as a death. It's more coming through as people enter our lives for a reason, a season, a lifetime. You know how we have that saying that goes around. When that season passes, right? So we're just telling you to pay attention to that. Don't hold on too tight. Allow yourself to release what's no longer serving you. I'm being told you have something going on with your neck. And as that was coming through, they're like, sit up straight, elongate the neck, and put the shoulders down. And as you do that, what I'm feeling is like heart and back, but it's like it's creating space to loosen and release the energy that feels blocked there. Anything else? I asked, was there anything else? And I was told no, tell you to get out and go ground, like go outside and ground. So that is your message. Thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. I'm going to see if you've been leaving a message the whole time. Let's see. Hi, Tahira. How are you? Okay, let's see. Oh, Mom, Diamond says sending energy to your heart, Mama Wanda. And Roz said, congratulations on the sale of your home. My mom said, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate you. Okay. Allie said, I have a question for my mini reading today. We'll send payment via PayPal. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. So there was Roz. And then who was next after Roz? Diamond. Phoenix said, chop, chop, move your biscuits. That goes for everyone. Let's get moving. And to hear us says, sending everyone love and light. Thank you. Sending it to you too. Cheryl said, same to you. Key Love said, I'm interested and give thanks for your insight. Ashe. Thank you so much. So when you say you're interested, are you interested in the virtual party with your friends, the retreat, the mentorship, or the personal reading? Which one? Whatever it is. Grateful to serve. My mom said, it's a decision we made as a family, so why is it that I cannot stop crying? Roz said, better working to heal my body. Love various forms of dance. Have been contemplating yoga. I've seen orbs in many photos. Boy, eat the cake anime. Sounds just like something Phoenix would tell me. Awesome, awesome. Well, I'm grateful that it resonates because, yes, Spirit is saying getting out and dancing. Roz said, thank you. All was so on point. You're so welcome. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. Thank you. Okay, Diamond said, I don't have a specific question, just a general. So after Diamond, let's see. Then Mom, I believe it's you because I believe a lot the sent yours in after. So Diamond, okay. And then you, Mom. Okay. So disconnecting from Roz's energy and connecting to Diamond's energy. I'm going to also end the video on Facebook because at this point when we're doing the mini reads, no one's on anymore. So thank you guys for joining on Facebook and thank you for watching the replay. Okay, so. Oh, wait. It's showing that we're still live even though I just ended it. Okay. Spirit, what message do you have for Diamond? Okay, so Diamond, I was hearing the song Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone, and then Spirit said, let that friend go. The intentions are not pure because of the feelings. It's not an intentional disrespect, but it will end up causing more harm than good. It'll end up causing more conflict than peace. And simply say, I'm doing this out of the respect for my family. But I wish you well and I appreciate you. And also do some heart chakra healing for yourself regarding that. Because as that message is coming through, the heart chakra is starting to feel, I heard, burdened and sad. And something associated with the past too, with the feeling of sadness relating to this relationship. I'm hearing some things cannot be explained in a person's feelings, regardless of them knowing the situation, can't be explained or helped. But by letting it go, you're doing a service to you, your family, and them. So Spirit said, that's it on that. Okay, so Spirit said it's time for you to start moving and making some decisions. I'm hearing both in your life and about your life financially. And it's coming through as you're in a limbo state because you have not clearly laid out what it is you're choosing as it relates to work. Decide what you're going to do. Are you going to work for someone, part-time or full-time? Are you going to pursue your purpose, your calling, your passion, part-time or full-time? What are you choosing right now? Allow Spirit to guide you into what serves your highest good right now. Because this is a topic that cannot be put off. But part of the reason why things aren't progressing is because of your lack of clarity. It's more like a back and forth. So clearly decide, clearly choose, and we'll respond by giving you what you choose. You deserve it, the best, it all. Look how well things are happening in your family life. Totally of your manifestation. So now it's time to extend that power in other areas of your life. I heard protect and shield your wallet. So literally, Spirit is telling you to create a ritual, have a ceremony with your wallet. Like wherever you keep your cards, your ID, your money, have a ceremony with your wallet and totally allow yourself to be guided. Do one alone and then do one together and then do one together, the three of you. So you alone, the two of you, and then the three of you. And then they said, and so it is. And then they're doing the how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood again. And we know that's an indication of manifesting, right? Spirit has finally explained to us that's what that represents when it comes up. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's playing again. Why are you playing that? Because you're such an incredible person. When your presence is no longer there, people feel like their sunshine has been taken away. But what you're called to understand is it's not your responsibility to be someone else's sunshine. They must learn how to feel the warmth of the sun on their own at all times. That sun shining from within. Allow yourself to bask in your own sunlight. Don't just give it to others. You haven't been feeling that internal sun shining on yourself. You've been feeling spirit shining. You've been feeling others shining, but you have not been feeling you shine on yourself. Now it's time for you to be a little selfish, meaning taking time for self, being one with self, really identifying where you are and where you're choosing to be in all areas of your life. We're here to help you. We're here to guide you. We're here to serve you. And some solar plexus work, doing some work on your solar plexus right now is helpful. And the heart chakra has calmed, but now I'm just feeling it in the back of the heart chakra. The front has calmed. I'm feeling it in the back. So really do some past healing work, right? Connect with your guides and do some past healing work, some past healing, energy healing work. Okay, I was told to pull a charm for you, Diamond. Okay, this is for Diamond Spirit. What message do you have for Diamond? Oh, it fell in, but I saw what it was, so let me find it. You're going to love it. Look what it was. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so the reason why this is an oh, my goodness, you guys, is because every time, well, not every time, but oftentimes when I connect to Diamond's energy, I feel this Peter Pan energy. And look, if that don't remind me of Tinkerbell. So anyways, what Spirit is is the hair the same? I don't know, but it reminds me of Tinkerbell. So what Spirit is telling you, connect to your magic within. And also, I'm hearing don't lose that childlike quality, that childlike innocence, right? As life starts to get more real and adult and family responsibilities start to grow and get more real, always maintain that aspect of yourself. This is your strength. This is your power. Taylor helps you to stay. I'm hearing stay young energetically. You're very mature, right? There's a difference between being immature and childlike, or childlike and mature, right? They're not one and the same. So also do more things that speak to your inner child. And specifically, they're bringing up playing video games and with Samaj. Anything else? I was told, nope, that's it. Tell Diamond, she's got this. You got this, Diamond. You got this, Diamond. Okay, let's see how it's resonating with you. Thank you so much for allowing me to serve you, Diamond. Let's see. Okay, Diamond said, remember when I said if Nahkila or my wife said we can't be friends, then that's it. That's so funny, because when the message came through, I did remember that. Diamond said, I'm choosing to work for soul purpose. Awesome. My soul purpose. Awesome. But it's in the same wallet. LOL. Diamond said, that's deep. I was just playing dolls. Aw. Diamond said, I'm on my way. LOL. So yes, definitely. And it's coming through. Your intentions, of course, are pure in this, and it's coming through, as I'm connecting again, more like, that ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Like, the feeling of hurt as a result of you walking away. And that's the part that makes you sad. It's not the walking away, because, sometimes people will disregard their family and respect for their family, right? It's not coming through like the sadness is because you feel that way, or you're holding on for any purpose, because you have no issue with doing what you're being guided to do, but it's more coming through like this is a friend, and the sadness they will feel. But what just came through is this too shall pass, right? This too shall pass. They will be stronger for it. They will grow deeper from it, right? And so you're actually helping them along on their journey. And one lesson that they're going to learn is to speak up when they're feeling something, to speak up, because, although everything is chosen, right? So you are where you were always going to be. But for them, that thought of, if I had spoken up, maybe that would be me, will be, and that'll help them to begin speaking up and speaking their truth. So, okay. So that is that. That is that. Thank you so much. Thank you. And so, Mom, yours is next. Thank you, Alata, for that. Mom, what do you have a question or a general? Ooh. So as I'm waiting for you, what Momo is telling me to tell you is that the house is just material. She said, baby, I'm here with you always. And it's really time for you to start connecting with her more intentionally, not just waiting for her to show up or depending on her to be there, but literally start connecting with her and to her intentionally. Diamond said, thank you so much, Nahkila. The message affirms a lot. You're so welcome. I was thinking that possibly when Mom had wrote that she had a question. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Kila. Oh, understand. You said interested. Thank you. Okay, General Mom. Okay. Also, what's coming through is for you to set up an altar, right? An altar specifically. I know you have areas in your home where you have their picture, but I'm being told to tell you to set up an altar. A sacred space, and literally not together. You know how my altar, they're together, but what I'm being told to tell you is separate, like where there's one for Popo and there's one for Momo. The memories that you had in that home will forever be with you. And you don't have to worry about this last piece of them being gone because they're with you, they're within you. Your parents are always walking by your side. Even when your dad is not, he is within your mom, walking with you through her, and vice versa. You are now entering a new cycle. Your blessings, your manifestations are now taking form. I'm hearing, so don't discount or reject the blessing by remaining in a state of sorrow. Feel your feelings, release them, and go into your gratitude. Because the very thing that you've been manifesting has been answered quickly. And the way it manifested was the assistance from your parents. Because they know this serves all of your highest good. Okay. I keep being told to tell you to talk to James about Nahkila. Who is this? Okay. And I was told this is your grandmother. Okay. And what she's saying is to talk to him because it is what they would have wanted. Okay. And now what I'm receiving is you have time to grow your bond with your son. We're going to work on him for you. It's time for you to trust in that connection completely. Part of what's preventing the connection from coming together is the fact that you sometimes doubt because of his actions, his responses, or his lack thereof. You have something to prove, and you prove it by standing in your faith. You prove it by standing in your power and in your strength, that inner knowing that what I told you will come to pass. She said, trust me, Mama, no. There's no more waiting for life to happen. There's no more sorrow. There's no more pain. There's no more anger. It's just time for you to trust. It's time for you to release the hold on material things and allow yourself to connect. I'm hearing with spirit and through spirit. You have more to lose by not trusting than you do by trusting. And don't pull away. That was very good of you to recognize that message. It's time for you to begin your journey on a deeper level, the next level, because now it's time for you to serve. And when your daughter asks you those questions, take it seriously. Start really tapping in and practicing. Because there's a reason why we're having her do that with you. You just trust and know that you're not going through this healing just for you or just for your kids or your grandkids. It's time for you to start serving. Wanda Faye, figure it out, decide. How are you going to serve? It's not going to be just one way or the other. It's going to be multiple ways. but you must start somewhere. Now is the time to start. How have you been procrastinating and why? What have you done to make that ball roll? You're doing good with your health. Now it's time for you to start serving. We're going to keep saying it until you do. And you will be speaking. They're saying you will be speaking at the conference too. I'm with all of you all the time. Nahkila's actually more aware. Her letter made it very easy and possible. But I'm always with you, and Mary, and Linda, and James, and Willie. And Junior is here with us. We're watching over you. We're guiding you. It's time for you guys to come together more. Make sure the distance doesn't keep you from gathering together physically. It's what we would have wanted. You guys are stronger together. Don't let anything come between you. Think in terms of Nahkila and Kevin. I'm hearing even when they fight, but it's funny because we only had one fight. They always come back together. I'm guiding you all, so open your heart and your ears to receive it. Whatever you set out to do, we're here supporting you. Just trust, have faith. And then Momo said, give Mike a hug for her. And also, wait, she also, I apologize, you guys. She's also saying that she does CIC, and she's very proud of him. But she's telling me to tell you that she's very proud of you. And she knew that you were ready when she left. And she's grateful because she's telling you that it's not just my healing that made it easy to accept, but it was you stepping up that helped. She said, so now go out and be great. And she's saying that you are her firstborn girl. And she's saying you don't have to carry the weight, but you have a responsibility to keep them together. No more washing everybody's dishes. Just keep them together. And also what she's telling me to tell you is to give them more responsibility. You and James stop treating them like babies. Is there anything else, Momo? She said, no, sugar, Momo loves you. And then she said she loves you too, Mom. She said, okay, now get back to work and stop crying. Oh, man. Okay, so Mom, that is your message that Momo had for you today. Oh, man. Okay. Is there anything else? And I just so happen to have a paper towel. Is there anything else? Which one? Okay. I'm being told to pull a card for you. And then when I'm told to stop, that one. Okay. I'm being told to pull from the bottom. That one. Nobody's at the bottom. Okay. And it came in reverse, but I'm being told not to read it in reverse. It says, the great thing about material things, those you have and those you don't, is that they never lie about what you've been thinking. What a relief, huh? Thoughts become things, the universe. And so you're being told, this is confirmation. This is your answered prayer. And also, as that message came through, the message that was also coming through was, oftentimes when we're manifesting, when we receive it, it's not the way we expected or we would have liked. So oftentimes we don't allow ourselves to fully be in that gratitude state or in that enjoying state. And then I'm being told to show you the tree, because this is, again, Momo's energy coming through, just reminding us of our roots and, you know, just the growth and how we're to flourish and grow as a family, and just to continue to shine together. Even when, you know, it feels rough, or, you know, we each take different paths, we're still rooted from the same energy, from the same tree. So that's your message, Mom. Let me know how it resonated. Oh, and thank you for allowing me to serve you, Mother. Why y'all do me like that? So let's see. My mom said I made the decision today that I would speak at the conference. Oh, wow. And you know what's so funny? I was in the shower and I was actually thinking about it, and I just had a thought about it. And so it was cool that it came through and that you made that decision. Diamond said, Taylor said, don't apologize. Oh, thank you, Taylor. Love to you for connecting to family. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so grateful that she came through. That's why I kept pausing, though, because Mom, when she said for you to talk to James, I felt really uncomfortable to say that. And then I kept being told, say it. And I was like, do I talk to her about that after? Say it now. Like probably 5 times it came through. So Ali said, so beautiful. Shamika sent watermelons. Yay, my grandfather. My mom said, I'm driving in a bad area waiting for my phone to connect to hear the rest of the message. Well, make sure you listen to it when you are able. Ross said, and now that you moved us all to tears, know that you are loved. Oh, thank you so much, Ross. Thank you. Thank you. That's the second time my grandmother came through that strong. When my mom, like, we used to do our sessions together regularly, and the first session she came through, and I always told my mom I'm gonna treat her like I would anyone else that I'm working with. Like, I won't be like, oh, I'm tired today, so we not doing it, or, you know, or just take advantage because she's my mom. And so anyways, when she first came through that day, I was bawling, because I was like, as it was coming through, I was like, wait, is this Momo? And then when it was clear it was my grandmother, oh gosh, the floodgates. It was just like, you know, and she talks to me, but it's just, I don't know, it's when I'm delivering her messages, I feel it different, you know, because it's more, I don't know, it's weird. I can't describe it, but yeah. So thank you guys for allowing me to serve my mama and for sitting through my tears. So, Cheryl said, it's amazing that you can hear her. Yes, it is. I'm so grateful. And the letter, you guys. So I'm really, one of my defects is that I send things so late. Like, my birthday is February 28th. My Uncle James, oh, it was here, but I moved it. I just got my birthday card from him. And that's how we are. We send things so late. And so, what was I was share with you guys about that? So I had this card for my grandmother, and because I take forever to send things, I ended up writing a letter to her in the card, and put it in her casket with her, and I made it very clear, like, come visit me anytime, like, you know. And so that's the reference she was making when she mentioned that, because it's buried with her. So yeah. Anitra said, I'm a late sender too. Yes, I don't know why, but it's like, you know, like my grandmother, my paternal grandmother, I sent her Mother's Day card last week, and I told her, I said, it's not late because every day is Mother's Day. Now, mind you, I bought it before Mother's Day. I'm like, it's not late because every day is Mother's Day, which is true. So let's see. Diamond said, Tia Lynn said, I'm writing the about portion for AshworthScott Life Sculpting. I was typing her name when she came through. Awesome. And you know what's so funny is today in the shop, wait, no, it was in the sauna. Spirit was like, okay, take the lead on which pages, right? So I was going to talk to you anyway. So awesome, awesome. Thank you, thank you. Yes, Ashworth is her maiden name, and Scott is hers and my grandfather's name. So who was next? Who was next? Who was after my mom? I don't remember. Let's see. So let me just see. So I have Anitra's payment, Alatha's payment. Was anybody else next? Pat said, that was so beautiful, Nahkila. I've been listening and food prepping. Oh, thanks for listening. And yes, on the food prepping. So let's see. I'm just going to go in and check to make sure I'm not missing anyone. Okay, so I did Diamond. Okay, so Allie is next. Awesome, awesome. Okay. 1 second. I'm just logging in to PayPal to make sure I haven't missed anyone else. Okay, no. Okay. So, and Allie, you had a general, right? Okay, so I'm connecting to Allie's energy. I'm being told to ask you, how are things going with business? But they're literally telling me to ask you that and then get your response before I go into your reading. And then they go, because there's more that you can be doing. So they're going to tell us what that is after you answer. Okay. So Tahara will be after Allie. Okay. If she's not, she can always catch the replay, you know? And thank you, Alatha. Thank you so much. So Allie, I'll go into yours when you answer that question. How have things been going with your business? I've been focusing on manifestation and visualize my shop, starting an online shop and raise my prices finally. Awesome, awesome. Allie said after 2 years, LOL. Okay, so what was the more? So what's coming through is, as you're in your stage of visualization, the more that you can be doing is, while you're actively visualizing, to actively be moving, right? And it's coming through as more with your Reiki, more with your readings. And there's also an energetic shift to take place. Okay, so this is kind of funny, but I'm gonna tell you how it came through. They said you're being called to see yourself, right, as this phenomenal psychic, this phenomenal reader. But then what they're saying is, don't take it so serious. So then they show a picture of Miss Cleo, right? but it's you, right? And you know how Miss Cleo used to dress and the crystal ball. And so they're showing that to say, don't take it so serious, but seeing yourself as this phenomenal vessel, right? Shifting the energy to know that you are so deeply connected. And by allowing yourself to deliver the truth as it is given to you without analyzing it, thinking it, or taking it on as your responsibility to be the creator of the message, will help you to excel in that area. Understand your responsibility is to be the bridge. And they're saying, although you know that, there's some energy shifting to take place around that because you know it, but energetically reminding yourself, simplifying it. I am just called to show up and speak what I receive. I'm not called to think. I'm not called to analyze. I'm just called to deliver, to be guided in how I deliver, when I deliver, where I deliver. And I'm being told to tell you also make sure you connect with spirit when creating prices. Don't undersell or oversell. And what they're saying with the undersell is, sometimes we do tend to undersell. We price things lower than what we're called to. And the oversell, Spirit said, that doesn't mean that you're not valuable. I'm hearing more worthy, right? Because energetically, your worth is beyond $1, right? But what's coming through is at certain periods and certain times, we're called to price things at a certain price point for certain reasons. And it varies from light worker to light worker. So the main message here is just to be guided on everything. Also, it's time to incorporate your daughter. And I believe it came through before for you and your daughter to be doing. I'm hearing like a mommy in me, right? It's time to begin incorporating your daughter. And so what that's showing is appealing to the mother-daughter duos, right? The light workers. And I'm also hearing specifically single mothers. Now, I don't know if you're still in a relationship or if you're single. I don't know. That's not, the Spirit is saying it doesn't matter about your current status, but you've been in that space and in those shoes. And so it's important to show how your light work extends and expands out to your daughter. Get that channel going with you and your daughter. I'm hearing allowed to be very cute and authentic. And that cute and authentic is coming through as allowing her to sometimes pick the topics or take the lead, right? It's also helping her to expand her gifts at an early age. Anything else? I'm being told to tell you energetically, you feel good. It's time for you to take that action step towards healing the remainder of that residue. You have some past life issues and current life issues. Okay. Okay. 1 second. They just told me to go charge it because I'm like, wait, everything's plugged up. Why is it? Okay, so I apologize, you guys. It's plugged up, but apparently my extension cord is not. And yes, I'm wearing my pajamas on the bottom. Whew. Okay. All right, so you're going to have to bring it all the way back because I just lost it. Bring it back, please. And then they go past life, current life, residue. What I'm receiving is it's time for you to release the turmoil that you've carried into this life. And so before I went to do the plug, and now it's gone, but I was feeling like across the shoulder here. And it feels like a weight, but it feels more like a 5 to 10 pound weight. And what Spirit is saying is, even though the weight doesn't feel heavy, when you carry it long enough, it starts to break you down. What else would you like me to tell Allie? Okay, so what I'm receiving is increase and decrease your circle of friends. And it's coming through as, I'm hearing adding to, opening yourself up to receive friendships that are aligned with your current and future vibrational frequency, and allowing yourself to release those friendships that are no longer serving your highest good. And then Spirit said, or theirs. There's some codependency issues taking place. And it's time for you to totally separate from those relationships. You know who they are. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. I heard don't overthink it. First I heard second guess it, and then I heard over guess it. What does over guess it mean? Oh, they said it just means don't put too much energy in the action behind the feeling. When you get the feeling, take action. This, they said, because you are so deeply connected. And then they said, this is also a part of you seeing yourself as that superb, I'm hearing spiritual advisor, psychic, gift. And then they said gifted individual. It's one thing to be able to give messages to others. It's something else to be able to, I'm hearing, receive and give messages to yourself, for yourself, and trust it. They said sometimes you all are too close and you doubt, but don't doubt. We've been guiding you. And whatever is released will be replaced. Okay. And then they told me to pull from the chakra deck. This is for Allie, Spirit. What message do you have for Allie? What message do you have for Allie, Spirit? Okay. Despondence. So I'm being told to read from the book, but also what I'm being told to do first is to point out the picture. I just heard it's time for you to give birth to a new nation. And it's coming through like energetically. You have a very specific vibe, right? You attract a very specific tribe. It's time for you to bring your energy and infuse it into the world. And then also what I'm saying in this card is the mommy-daughter thing, right? And oftentimes, like the child is looking to us, right? Up to us for direction. But when you have a light worker, notice, even though, okay, this is a person that's older, but when I see it, this is what Spirit is saying, it represents mommy-daughter. But notice how her gaze is forward, right? Her gaze is forward. So she's not, I'm hearing, necessarily always looking up to you. Sometimes she's receiving and focused on what she's receiving, right? And it's like, it's coming through like receiving on different wavelengths, different frequencies. So notice she's here, right? Physically shorter, right? But there's a whole different frequency here than there, right? But then also how you're surrounded by all of this growth and these flowers, right? So here, notice it's here, and Spirit is saying it's also connected to her, but it's connected, I'm hearing, to her feet, around her ankles. She's more grounded and rooted in truth because she lacks those life experiences that makes her doubt herself and doubt her truths. And part of this comes from the type of mother that you are. But by you allowing her to connect more to you, and there's something about the ankles and the feet. So maybe you guys go get a pedicure together, get a foot massage together, right? And I'm being told to tell you to hold hands while it's happening, but also allowing her to share her wisdom with you to help you elevate and grow, looking at her as your example. So now let's see what the book says. Where's the, oh, here it is. Despondence, okay. Okay, so it says, Violet Iris, by taking action, I found the road out. It says the legend is Iris is depressed and unable to look after herself or her home. She cries out to the great spirits for help. Mother Earth appears and suggests Iris shower, eat a good meal, and clean up her house. She does, but still feels despondent. Suddenly, a hurricane hits, and Iris springs into action to rescue her neighbor's children. In the urgency, Iris finds the way out of depression by taking action. Inspiration is Iris teaches us that the only route out of stagnation is motion. If we do nothing, we must accept the consequences. Personal inquiry. In which part of my life am I feeling immobilized? I know what serves my highest good to do. Am I willing to trust myself? And then the key ideas are feeling helpless, acceptance of circumstances, change on the horizon, taking action. And the key words are revelation, movement, encouragement. So the meditation associated with this card is imagine an expansive countryside with nothing to block the view. The wind blows and without warning carries you to a place of sadness. Ask the great spirits to reveal the action you must take. You will either intuitively know what to do or it will soon be revealed to you. Open your eyes and see that all is calm. Be grateful. So the action for you to take, it's coming through very clearly. And Spirit is saying for you to meditate on it. And when you receive what that is, to reach out to me, DM me either on IG or Facebook. Okay. So anything else for Allie? They said, nope, just tell you don't be afraid to move. And that moving isn't necessarily coming through like physical moving your residence. It's moving energetically, taking action, moving forward. And that moving energetically, what they're saying is it's not just about action in this realm, but oftentimes when we move energetically, it creates more responsibility. You know, the phrase shit gets real is coming through, right? So Spirit is saying to really, really go deep and analyze those things from your past, that 5 to 10 pound weight that you're carrying. How is there a block that's created energetically with that concept of what moving forward energetically will bring? And this realm, you're totally here for it. You're totally ready for it. But there's a part of you that's still like more money, more problems, more acceptance, more responsibility, you know, that whole concept. So anything else? Okay, so that is your message, Allie. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. I'm going to look to see how it resonated. Let's see. Shamika said I was going to put hearts, and Spirit said no, watermelon. So that was pretty cool. Reminding of your grandfather. Yes, I actually just got a watermelon when I went. Was it when I went to get my hair done? From my hairstylist, we split this huge watermelon. It had the prettiest, biggest black seeds, and it reminded me of my popo. Like it tastes like the watermelon we used to eat, and it just reminded me of him. So that was awesome that Spirit told you to do that. It was further confirmation that they was here. And Popo was like, even though Momo was talking, I'm here too. So Allie said, okay, I saw that after 2 years. Ooh, my question was about the energy around adding a business partner for the storefront and online shop. Not right now is what I'm hearing. Allie said, been getting acupuncture on my upper back and always struggle with holding lots of tension in my shoulders. That's what it is. This is more of an energy from past life stuff. Allie said, I always doubt the messages I receive from myself. Spirit told you to stop. Allie said, look at the picture. She's an earth sign and I'm air, so definitely keeps me grounded. Awesome. My mom said, thank you, darling daughter. I feel much better. I love you from the depth of my soul. I love you too, Mom. And when I'm done today, are you coming over here or would you like me to come over there? I'd rather you come over here. Anything else coming through for Alan? They said, no, tell her, reiterate the not right now with the business partner. I'm hearing wait a year before you bring anyone else in. You can do consulting with outsiders, but establish what you're doing first, right? Establish what you're doing first. Yeah, you're being called to really build and create with Spirit as your co-partner right now. And then when it's solid, then you can bring others in. But you can definitely consult, right? Consult, pick the brains of others, right? And just allow Spirit to bring to you who those people are, right? they'll be willing to allow you to pick their brain without having partnership, right? Okay. So that is your message, Allie. Thank you again for allowing me to serve you. I appreciate it. And Mom, I don't know if I told you, but thank you for allowing me to serve you. And so now is Tahira's turn. Spirit, what message do you have for Tahira? Now, is Tahira still on? Tahira, were you doing a general, or did you have a question? Oh, you are so welcome. So welcome. And connect on what that action is that was coming up in your reading. And then when you receive what it is, reach out to me in the DM. It goes down in the DM. It goes down. No, seriously though. After you connect, let me know. Okay. So if Tahira is not on, then Alatha, just remind me that she has a reading for next week. If she's not on. And so while I'm waiting to know if Tahira is on, I'm going to pull a card for us as a collective from this deck, Spirit said. And now that song is in my head. It goes down in the DM. It don't be going down in my DM, y'all. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Both. Ooh. Okay, so look, they gave me the message before I even got a chance to pick up the cards. So, embrace darkest fears. That's the message right there, right? Spirit is saying, what would happen instead of pushing your fears, repelling your fears, you embrace them, right? What would happen? So it goes back to when I was sharing with you all, if I'm afraid of something, you know, I let Diamond and Tia convinced me to go up on that little thing that time, and I was so scared. And I'm like, okay, I'm doing it, right? So what Spirit is telling, embrace our fears, right? Embrace them with a big old hug. Come here, let me love on you, right? Let's walk through this, right? And even if you did like I did that whole way across that one little bridge that I crossed over and crossed back over, Spirit's got me. Spirit's got me. Remind yourself, Spirit's got me. And Spirit is also saying the other mantra to state, the other declaration to claim for yourself every single day is, everything that happens in my life serves my highest good. I trust and I surrender attachment to the outcome, right? I trust and I surrender all attachment to the outcome. Everything that happens in my life serves my highest good. So what Spirit is telling you, if that is true, then what is there to fear, right? What is there to fear? Understanding that fear is this false emotion that has power when we believe it to be real. So since we know it's just a fragment, right? A piece of an experience or a piece of something we've been given, told, or whatever, or seen, right? To embrace it and push through anyway, push forward anyway. Because listen, let me just tell you guys, every time you trust and you push through, right? Spirit will guide you. Spirit will provide for you. And I'm being led to share something, a personal story with you all. So some of you know that in 2005, I had a 500-pound metal rack fall on my shoulder. I had two cervical spine surgeries, and I had rotator cuff surgery. So I had been receiving L&I since 2012. And when I went through my journey and was following what Spirit was telling me to do, one of the things that I claimed was I am never, ever working for anyone, ever, ever, ever again in my life, right? Only ones I'm working for is me and Spirit and y'all, right? But that's different. It's not the same. So anyways, the way L&I works is when you get deemed able to go back to work, your money stops, right? So I ended up hiring an attorney. So I was paying her $400 a month out of the $2,400 I was getting. And then my $2,000 I was getting a month, it stopped in December of 2019, right? So at first I'm like, okay, Spirit, does this mean I start applying for jobs? And Spirit's like, wait, well, what did you say though? What you gonna do? You gonna work for somebody or you gonna trust? I was like, you're right. I trust, right? I surrender, I trust. Now here's the thing, right? When it comes to my business, I have been doing a lot of mismanaging of my energy relating to my business. And Spirit had been telling me, like, this isn't a hobby. I know you do it from your heart and soul. I know you love what you do, but It's time for you to start treating it like a business, right? Energetically, if you're treating it like, hey, this is what I do and it's a hobby, then that's how people are going to respond. So I said, okay, Spirit, I'm listening. Guide me, right? Guide me. So I kid you not, through manifestation and trusting and believing and knowing that Spirit's got me, instead of me going and looking for a job. Now, what I was making at the time with my business, without that extra money, I couldn't take care of my son and I, right? It just wasn't happening. But through that faith and that belief and that taking action based on how Spirit guided me, we're doing more than great, right? We're doing more than great. And that quick, it manifested, right? So Spirit is telling me to share that with you for several reasons. Number one, trusting that Spirit's got you at all times. And when those human parts creep up, just acknowledge it. Okay, I acknowledge it, but guess what? Guess who's stronger than my fears? Guess who's stronger than any doubt? Guess who's stronger than any lack? Spirit, right? And then also, what we create energetically is what we receive, right? So people don't take advantage of you, right? You are the only one who can take advantage of you. If you're saying, this is what I'm doing, and this is what I expect to receive in return, if you're saying it out your mouth, but then energetically, you're like, hey, I do this as a hobby. You know, it's cool. People are going to respond to your energy, right? So Spirit is saying, be very clear. It's not just relating to the dynamics of what I just described, but it's also relating to how are you showing up for yourself, right? So one of the things that I did when I started my business was I evaluated how I was showing up for myself. Do I keep my promises I make to myself? Because guess what? If I don't, guess what I'm going to receive? A lot of people, not just in business, but in life, who say they're going to do something and then they don't follow through, right? Right? Was I disrespecting my own boundaries? If I am, I'm going to receive people in business and in life that do the same thing. So Spirit is telling you to evaluate all of those things and then decide what it is you're choosing and move forth with unwavering faith and take action no matter how uncomfortable it is. So you all, some of you may have known I had the RIM mentorship at first. And there were a lot of people in RIM that weren't paying, right? Like we being real 100 right now. There were a lot of people in the mentorship that were not paying. They had issues of life come up. And guess what? Even though the contract states services will pause, services continue. That was me feeling like I love what I do. I love serving. But Spirit was like, well, hold up. This is your business. You do things for free. And those things are set aside for those that are not able or haven't chosen to invest, right? So Spirit kept checking me. And finally Spirit said, okay, let everybody know moving forward, this is how it is. That was the most uncomfortable thing ever. You have no idea how uncomfortable it was, right? So uncomfortable. Now here's the blessing in it, right? Because whenever Spirit guides us, there's blessings. Sometimes it's one, sometimes it's many, right? So I had a cousin who was like, do it. I'm all for it. You know, I'm all for it. And here's the thing. What Spirit's giving me to give to you is get rid of all that energy and create a whole new mentorship. So this is where activating you was formed, right? But I received that after I had told a few people. I actually had someone that I was really close to that I thought was my sister throw up the deuces, block me, totally disconnect because I explained that Spirit said that my mentorship is for those that I'm mentoring, right? But you can share things in the United Light Beings Awakening group. So I was like, why does Spirit have me tell these folks this when I could have just started anew, right? But the reason was Spirit was also showing me the relationships that were meant to stay and the ones that have ran its course, right? So it was multiples. So I'm going on and on with this story because what I'm sharing is it felt uncomfortable for me to say that, right? Because my soul family becomes my family. It's not just like, oh, this is work, I serve you, it's all business. We become family through and through. So that was tough for me to say that. But by doing it, I was blessed, right? I was blessed because now my energy, my boundaries are there, and now business is aligned. And so energetically, I'm receiving like I'm running a business, not a hobby, right? So take all of that and what applies to you in your life, not just business, but your life in general, take it and put it in your pocket. Right? Put it in your pocket. So Spirit is saying, embrace our darkest fears. So there we go. That is our message. And is Tahara on? Anitra said, yay, collective, happy I was able to stay on. I'm so glad you were too. Anitra said, I literally yelled out loud, embracing fears. My stomach dropped. Anitra said, thank you for sharing. You are so welcome. So welcome. Anitra said, yes, business is business. When I released over 40 people from my organization, folks were mad and some stopped talking to me. I chose to be obedient and to do the uncomfortable thing. Yes, that's exactly what it is. You know, here I am like, why'd you have me do that? I could have just started something new. But Spirit was like, there's a reason in everything, right? And I'm like, yeah, so now you know. Now you know. And listen, I'd rather know than not. So yeah, that's how that goes. But yes, embracing our fears, our darkest, deepest, the surface fears, embracing them all and just pushing through. Spirit has got you. Spirit's got you. Spirit's got your back, no matter what, if you trust and surrender. It's easy. Once you do it, it is so easy. It's the easiest way to live. I kid you not. The other way of living was hard. You mean I got to figure this out? That was hard. But just being guided, you know, it may feel uncomfortable, but as long as I know I'm going to do whatever Spirit says, that's the easy part, right? Because there is no options other than me following what Spirit tells me to do, period. I leave room for no other options. So it can be it can feel like I'm walking on glass. I know at the end of that, I'm getting brand new feet. So I'm like, sign me up, Spirit. But yeah, but that's the message for us. And it doesn't look like Tahara is still on. So Alatha, remind me next week that Tahara has a reading. Please remind me of that. So that is our message today, you guys. I appreciate you so much for allowing me to serve you. I really do. I love connecting with you and being here with you and just sharing energy with you. So thank you so much. And yeah, if you're being led to join us in the mentorship, by all means, schedule your consultation. Let's do it. If you already know and you're like, forget the consultation, let me know and let's get you enrolled. Again, if you're interested in the Activating You retreat, or you like a personal reading with me, Tia Lynn, Javi, or an energy healing with Jillian, our links are all in the description box. And then also, if you're interested in the Activating You retreat, reach out. Okay. I thank you so much. And I leave you with peace, love, bliss, and abundance. I'll talk to you soon.